There's going to be so many good clips.
It's a very, like, serious topic.
Yes.
Okay.
No, but we can, like, the whole point is we got ghosted. Like, we can make light of it.
Exactly.
All right. Welcome back to Ghosted, where we turn the quiet of grief into stories worth shouting. Today I'm here with
Dakota Lowe.
Hi, Dakota Lowe. All right, Dakota. All right, who ghosted you?
My brother. That twerp.
That motherfucker.
That little freak.
What was the freak's name?
Hudson Lowe.
What a good name.
Good. Hudson Benjamin Lowe.
You have really good names.
So I'm Dakota, Hudson, and then my sister's Delaney. I know.
So
My
your
parents were
are
like cool hippies in a way.
Yeah, no, I get that energy.
My mom was a Hooters girl, and my dad worked at HP, so they were the perfect, like...
That actually, the people do say that's a match made in heaven.
People have been saying that.
Yeah, I've read in the history books, actually.
So true.
Hudson, that's actually a sick name.
Yeah,
When
great
did he
name.
die?
He died 8 years ago. He was 20. He died by suicide. So your joke earlier was...
I made a I'll cut myself joke.
She made the perfect joke to set this up. We're actually going to open with that.
And it was probably me, like, not getting a text back. And I'm like, oh.
I mean, some things are,
Revenge.
you know, just
No
really...
wonder you were like, whoa, we shouldn't say that.
But, yeah, that's...
Okay, so he died
That's why
by
I'm funny.
suicide.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
He was 20. How old were you? What even is that
24?
math? Yeah.
23, 24? Because it was right before his 21st, so I think I was 23.
When did he die?
Yeah.
Like, what month?
It was July, and it was right before his 21st birthday. I'm like, my trauma literally, like, blocks out my memory.
Fair.
I'm like,
Do you
when
even
was
remember that time? Like, that is a
Like,
traumatic
faintly.
thing.
Like, faintly. I was actually an au pair in Italy, and I was in Florence, and my phone was getting blown up, and it was my parents, of course, and so they get my sister and I on a call, and they were watching my dog at the time, so I thought my dog had died, and I was like, oh, and funnily enough, my dog, I named him after Hudson. His name was Benji, which was my brother's middle name.
That's really cute.
And he's like always kind of a grumpy old man. I was like, oh, surely my dog died. And then I'm in this.
It'll one up you with your.
And they're like, bitch, you thought this was gonna be a traumatic phone call. Like, you brace yourself. Yeah. So I was in the middle of Florence, and then I had to scramble to get home. And my sister was actually in Hawaii. Weird connection, but she was in Hawaii, so we were both gone. He was at home. And he was, like, going to school really, like, stressed, like, studying engineering and just having a hard time. And it just, like, progressed quickly. And both of us came home and we, like, yeah, like, that time was just, like, blur, blackout. You know how it is. But...
Did you know he struggled with his mental health?
It was, like, we knew, but I didn't know the severity. And my mom was really close to it. And my dad was, like, helping. But... I just didn't know, like, how extreme. I don't think any of us knew that it was, like,
the extent
getting to that extent that it was. I knew he was struggling, but it was over, like, a span of, it really felt like a few months that it, like, escalated. It's almost like losing someone to cancer. It's like you just know it's happening, and then it, like, builds, and then all of a sudden they're gone.
Right.
So, and if we would have known, things would have been different, but it just, like, I think mental health is now I'm, like, so aware of it, and, like, people's mental health and my own. I'm just so, like, cognizant that so much can change so quickly, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you immediately come home from Italy?
Yeah, like, you just reminded me of that. I have literal brain rot. Like, I got married in Italy. Are you saying you copied me by getting... My brother died. Are you saying you copied me by your brother dying? Like, I had Andrea Bocelli at my wedding. Wait, what was the question?
I don't...
No idea.
Oh, did you... I was going to say, like, you coming home.
Oh, yes, it was immediate, yeah. So I was, like, the next day.
Plane ride.
No, it was...
Like, I actually can't imagine.
Crazy being on a plane. And I also, like, it was, like, the plane, but I kind of was just, like, in shock.
Well, yeah.
And then I got to the Orlando airport, and I still, like, when I fly into Orlando, I still, like, go back there. And I get to the airport and my parents are both waiting for me. And my parents like they're not together, so they don't hang out.
I was gonna ask, were they
Even just being
divorced
with
before
them.
this?
They were divorced. They were divorced like long before. Like they had been divorced a long time. They were together like 9 years and then the rest divorced. But like them both being there at the airport, receiving me, and then my sister wasn't home yet. So then we go back to the airport like the next day or whatever, and my sister comes back and we do it again. So like those, like I don't remember a lot of the specifics, but I remember those key moments of like you get home, your parents come into the house. He died at my dad's house and my dad still lived there. So and then him and I shared a like section of the house. So it was like weird to come back, like those like key moments of like grief, and then obviously planning the like service, and like I just remember those like beats, but the details of that time, like it all still kind of blends together, and I'm like, what day was that? When did this happen? Like it's weird how it clouds your memory.
Of course. I mean, that's like a trauma response.
It's like my brain protected me, but I'm like, I legit don't recall. And I was like, to cope, oh my God, it was also like a nightmare. I was a nightmare person.
Before or after?
When did it start? When did it begin?
Yeah.
Let's go to the beginning.
Was
June
your birthday June
21st, 1995.
Oh my God.
But, oh my God. No, but I already was a terror. I don't think I was like...
You're Gemini or a Leo? Or a Cancer. Oh, a Sensey baby.
Sensey baby. But I like didn't handle being Sensey well. Like I feel like I've just come into my own in the last few years. But at this time I was very much like trying to find myself. I was literally in Europe. Like I was literally fucking off all summer to like find myself. Falling in love with Italian men. I highly recommend that. Go do that.
I'm begging and pleading. Hi, if you're single and Italian.
Slide
or just
in.
not Italian.
I do love an Italian.
I mean, like, I'll take it all.
Oh my God. But, what was I saying? Anyway, I was very lost already. And so this happened and it just like rocked my whole world. And I was like drinking. I was like, would go out like a few weeks after. Like I was like out trying to go out to a bar and I was just like a disaster.
Like drinking a lot?
Drinking a lot, masking the pain for sure. But
that's easier than actually dealing with your emotions.
Oh my God. But then it just like hits you harder. Like I would drink and then I would come home and I would just like be a disaster. It also made me like that time and then moving on, like I now really evaluate my relationship with alcohol because I'm like, I've used it to mask so much in my life, and my dad was an alcoholic. He's, not, I think you're always an alcoholic. I think that's how it works, but
he's not drinking anymore?
He's not really, doesn't like drink as much anymore. So it's going really well. No, I love my dad. He's good. He's doing great. But yeah, so it just, I don't know, it made me reassess once I got out of the haze, which lasted probably about a year, and I ended up dating this absolute fucking loser who sucked. But also I was like so vulnerable. You're just so exposed. And literally like a few months after coming home, I was like masking, like just trying to cover up the pain in any way possible. And then Hudson was really into renewable energy and sustainability. He did so much cool shit with like our green, or what's it called? Climate Reality.
Okay.
Is the main one that was started by somebody that was in government. His name is escaping me. Again, I have no memory.
Noted.
Anyway, it was part of Climate Reality Project, and it was like a big organization. They do a lot. He was doing stuff with like local Orlando organizations, traveling, like speaking to like students in classrooms. Kid was like 19, like going and like
what a cool
influencing. No, fucking cool as hell.
Damn.
The OG. I always tell people, I'm like, if you like me or think I'm funny, like that was Hudson.
So he's
5X. Like, no, sick. So he was really into sustainability, and so when I got back from Italy...
Why do you have to die? Like, he could have dated me.
Hudson! God damn it. Why weren't you thinking about her?
This girl, Emma.
This girl, I got a girl for you if you want to, like, come back.
Can you imagine she rises from the dead?
If we see, like, a light flicker or something, I'm going to lose my mind.
Wait, do you get signs from him?
I get signs all the time. I'm, like, so phlegmy and sick right now. But I get signs all the time. We get a ton of rainbows. My mom was here a few weeks ago.
Rainbows. That's sweet.
My mom was here a few weeks ago, and it was torrential downpour all day. And so, like, we both kind of knew. And then we walk out to dinner together. It's just a massive rainbow, and the sky's, like, bright pink.
I love that that's how he, like, comes through.
That's a good one. And then light flickering is another one that I get all the time. Like, right after he died, we would walk in the neighborhood. Like, my dad and I would just go on walks. Like, we'd walk my dog, who did not die.
Benji. You couldn't
he
deal
did
with both of that at the same time.
You know, exactly. Yeah. I needed a few more years. But so we would walk in the neighborhood and there'd be lights flickering. And then we would like walk away. Like we would exit that area and the lights would just be totally fine. It was like really funky. And I see like light flickers are like my kind of sign. And I've actually like I lived in Chelsea for a few months now. And there was always this store down my street that had a light flickering. All like every night it would be flickering and I'm like, that's like funny, like okay, I got it, like it's been a while. But I'd never actually looked at like where it was flickering. And literally I think it was like a week or two ago, I'm walking down my street and I look up at this flickering light again. And I always like take it as like a nod, but I look up actually at it and what it's flickering on is a bear that says I love you on it. I was like, that actually is like one of the things that still makes me emotional is like getting those signs. And he like it had been happening for so long and I'd never just looked up, and then I look up and it says I love you on my street. It's like signage, like literally, like it's like for a store, and they have like it's so random, it makes no sense, but I get stuff like that all the time.
That I'm obsessed with that.
Yeah.
I like believe in signs. I love 100%. Seeing them.
Yeah.
I'm always like, hey dad.
Hey, what are your signs? What do you get?
Coins.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Like, so we used to collect, it sounds like so dumb. So he died when I was 9, so like I was like a child.
Yeah.
But do you know like the state quarter books?
Yes.
Okay, so I started collecting it, and something about my dad is like, if we liked something, like he would go all in. So he got really interested, and we would like collect all these coins. We would buy like gold coins. Like I have like all of these coins where he like had books of their like value. Like they're probably worth like a fuck ton now.
Yeah.
And I actually got a tattoo. And on every like dime is an oak branch, which represents like strength and independence, which like I like relate a lot to since he died. So like I got the tattoo, but I saw this like medium, and I like always like will like pick out something from a bag, and there'll be like a random coin in there, or, like on the street. And she was like, "That's how he talks to you." So like every time I look down and I like see it on the ground, I'm like, "Hey, Dad." And then my family says deer. So like my brother has like a big deer tattoo, and deer, because like right when he died, there was always this family of deer that would like come by our house, and I like always see them when I'm like driving somewhere, and I'm like, hey. So those are the big ways.
I love the deer.
Yeah.
It's funny like what happens right after they pass, and then how that like carries on.
Yeah.
Another one that I see like not as frequently is dragonflies.
I love.
And so there was on his birthday this year, I think I took the day off. I know I like wasn't doing anything all day. I was like, let me just, and I go to Madison Square Park, and I was just like laying in the sun, just like laid in the park, and like got food, and like just like wanted to like be still, you know, because I do that so much less now. I'm laying in the park, I'm just like laying there, and I look up. There's a like swarm of dragonflies above me, and I've never seen dragonflies in the park. Like it was just on his birthday, and I hadn't seen dragonflies in a while either. My mom actually we have matching tattoos, and then hers has like a dragonfly on it because she gets a ton.
That's that's like a unique one. Like a lot of people get like butterflies and stuff, but I like the dragonfly.
The dragonfly is really, and like it was again like a sign that was like right after he died, and then you see it like, you know, when you need it, kind of is kind of how I think about it. Of like they're reminding you and encouraging you.
Yeah.
That they're like we're good, and you're good.
We're good.
Yeah. And I feel like I see them like when I'm living my life in New York, and I feel like my life has changed and I'm doing so much, like my dreams are coming true is really how I feel. And I just feel like these signs from him now are like go, like keep going. Like it feels like encouragement.
I love that.
Yeah.
Like you're where you're meant to be.
Yeah. And he's just like psyched for me because he like was always the little brother that just like saw Big Sister and was like my biggest fan.
I'm obsessed with that.
Yeah.
You were close.
Yeah.
Assuming.
Bestie. He was like my twin flame.
Stop.
Yeah. I went to a party recently, and there was a reader, like a medium, but like a tarot reader there. And she did a reading for me, and she pulls out 2 matching cards. And she's like, I see somebody here with us that is like, was your twin flame. And like, do you know what I'm talking about? I'm like, I can't go anywhere.
Kiss me. Hold on.
I can't go. This stalker. And I was like, yeah, of course. And she's like, I literally didn't even know I had these 2 matching cards in this deck. She's like, I've never pulled this before. And she was going on to like kind of say some of that sentiment of like, you know, you guys are best friends, and he's like along for the ride. He's like cheering you on.
He's your biggest fan.
Yeah, like that's really like how I still like feel his spirit.
That's amazing. But he seems like a fucking cool
No,
kid.
I was actually thinking about this, and like we focus so much on like the accomplishments of people when they die. It's like, here's what they did. Like we focused a lot on like he was very into sustainability. He did a lot, and he traveled a ton. Like he lived a big life in a short time, in 20 years. But the thing that is most, that I carry most and that I think is most important of like what he left is like he just lived his life with fucking joy and like gusto and energy, and like just brought literal happiness into every single room he walked into. And I don't think I was always like that. Like I didn't like, I don't know, I always like envied that about him, and I thought that was really special. And I feel like now as I live my life, I'm like, how can I make everything fun? Like how can I bring, and that's like such a special thing to have accomplished, is that you lived your life to the max and with the most joy, and you've brought that to other people.
Making
Amazing.
people feel that way, like you can check off everything on a bucket list, but to like make someone feel good and to like die and still have that lingering feeling is unbelievable to his like character.
Crazy. We had his like service, and it was legit massive. Like it was insane. Like hundreds of people that like surrounded by every single person we've ever met in passing or otherwise. People that didn't even really know him. Like
that's so nice
that
you
just
guys had
knew.
that community.
Oh my god. And he was in marching band, and the marching band played at the service. Like it was nuts.
Do you remember the service?
I don't remember what I said because I did do a speech. I was up there and my sister spoke. I heard that I did well. I have no idea. But it's like, it's funny. Yeah, I remember a few like pieces of it, but I really did just like black out. And then I don't know about you, but like you have this, it's almost like you're surrounded by all these people you love, and you're just like just numb. So it's like, it's not joy, but it's just like there's like no feeling, and you're just surrounded by these people, and you're just like turning here and here and here. And I felt like it was just like everyone I'd ever met. And then me and my family, we all get in the car, and it's just silent, and you're like, whoa, like this is real. And it's almost like the feeling like comes back into your body, that you're like, oh, I'm actually like living this.
Yeah, I feel like those are like kind of the worst parts, like the silence
God.
after all of it.
Yeah.
And at the beginning too, like you have the funeral, you have all these things, people are sending you food, they're showing up for you, and then like their life moves on, and you're left with like, well, now what? And like the first few months, you're grieving, but not really, because it's just like get to the next day. So then when you actually start to process it, people are there less.
Yep.
So then you're like, well, what
do I do
now?
That's the hard part. And I feel like I built resentment over that, honestly.
Yeah.
Where people don't get it. They don't know.
Yeah.
Like, and if you know, you know.
Let me tell you.
And if you don't know.
You'll know one day, bitch.
You'll know one day. But people don't know, like, the grieving process, I think. Like, most people have lost, like, grandparents. And that's kind of the extent of it at our age. And then you have this sort of really, like, acute trauma of losing someone more immediate or someone important to you. And yeah, you're completely right. Like, it's the first few months of numbness, and then the reality sets in. And I wish, like, I had gone to therapy sooner and started dealing with it sooner. Because I think that's when it really becomes real, and that's when you, like, you know, can make bad choices and date the wrong people and do the wrong things. And I feel like my life got really, I don't know, like, unstable and, like, complicated. And I was resentful of like people not knowing how to show up for me at that time because
Fair.
I mean even now like you know I'm like what would I do if it were somebody I haven't really had anyone else close to me like lose someone you know while I've been in their life like
Right.
I'll meet people and what's funny is I like find people in life who have lost somebody like
Same
even
way.
like literally going on a date
Yep.
this week with somebody whose brother died or like my closest friends either have like family like internal family trauma or like their mom died their family like it's like literally everyone in my life I'm like why are we all traumatized
But then it brings us together.
it brings us together but it's also like you get it and there's
It's like
an
the
understanding.
unspoken thing that like
Yeah.
you just get. And there's this, I feel like in every conversation I've been having, especially doing this and even in like my personal life, not to say we're these amazing, wonderful people. Like we have a bunch of fucking flaws and shit we
Yeah.
haven't dealt with, but it forces you to have empathy and understanding
Yeah.
and the value of life. And
Yeah.
like, I feel like I just don't care about getting upset over the little things. Like, what is
I
the
agree.
point? And like, also like valuing like relationships and friendships and like things that matter.
Yeah. I think it puts once you like do the work. I'll caveat. Like you
100%.
have to do the work and then you get the perspective.
Yes. If you don't do the work, that is actually probably the opposite
Yes.
of what happens. Is like you can go down a dark path.
I feel like I was starting to and then
Wait, tell me more.
or like, you know, I just was dating the wrong people. I ended up dating actually this absolute fucking loser who was like physically, mentally abusive, like horrible. But I thought I was so low that that's where my vibration was and my like
Yep.
self-worth was there too. Like I just didn't know who I was
Right.
and was so lost and so like I was
And
vulnerable.
like you couldn't navigate dealing. Like there's only one trauma and thing that you can navigate at one time, and you just lost the closest person you had in your
Yeah.
life.
Yeah.
When someone starts to act shitty, it's almost too exhausting to like break up or like lose someone else,
Yes.
even if they're shit. It's so like I hate losing
It's
people.
wild.
I hate dating or like bringing people in sometimes because the idea of like losing someone, even though it's been 18 years, sucks.
Yeah.
I don't want to feel that.
Yeah. I do think I also like attachment is something I struggle with too.
Mm-hmm.
Like getting attached to people and feeling like when it ends, it is so hard to just like cold turkey and move
I can't
on.
do that.
No. You died basically.
No, it is though. It's like
Yeah.
another level of like grief in a weird way, and like we've experienced enough of that that like I don't want that again.
I know.
Even if you're a loser.
Good news for losers everywhere. Go after the traumatized people.
The shitty ones are taking notes.
They're like, okay, absolutely.
Find
Trauma.
someone.
Dead brother best. Dead dad second.
I feel like the brother you have a leg up on me in that one.
I also feel like being young is so, like, also uniquely hard because you're
Yeah.
a kid. Like, you don't fully understand. Like,
That was
9, you're
hard
just
for me.
starting to come to terms with, like, what.
I didn't process my dad being dead until like at least 5 years later, and
Yeah.
it honestly was my mom started dating, and I freaked the fuck out.
Really?
Freaked out.
In what way? Are you just like a brat?
Yeah, and I was like, you don't love him, you've never loved him. Like, obviously, I know that's not true, and like, I want my mom to be with someone
Yeah.
and find happiness. I think
Yeah.
it was just like, I couldn't process it at 9. So then when I'm now a teenager, I'm 14 years old, and
Oh my God.
I think that was when I was confronted with the fact that he was dead. So it was
Yeah.
easy to project my anger onto dating when it's like, no, you're just like really coming to terms with what happened, because who understands at 9 years old?
Yeah.
And also like no one in my life got it,
Yeah.
of course, because why should a child understand?
Yeah.
And my brother's 7 years older than me, and like he is my best friend, but he could understand what cancer was. He could understand death and dying, and like he went to college and all of these things. I couldn't get it. Like I
Yeah.
couldn't understand it process. And then I also went through the phase of like, I'm not fucked up, I don't need therapy. It's like, bitch, you needed therapy and Zoloft a lot sooner.
I should have been hardwiring. Like, I wish I was like therapy.
I should have
every week.
injected it into my
Like, I
brains.
should have had a therapist just with me all day. It's like a personal assistant, but it's a personal therapist.
Yeah, no, for sure. And I
Needed
didn't go to
that.
therapy until right before I went to college.
Yeah.
because I was going to college and was freaking out having to tell everyone, and I got cheated on. Mainly for the cheating, but
It is funny, like, I kicked back up therapy because I also got cheated on. And I was like, you know what, this is a good time. I need to, like, do some work. And then you get into therapy and you're like, I have so much shit.
that's why I don't want to redo it. And I was addicted to my therapist before. No, obsessed. I
that's-
can never go back to her.
Yeah, of
But
course.
like they volunteered at experience camps, but I had
Oh.
like a different location, so I never knew them.
I wanna
and then
come.
Wait, you should.
Like, I want to
you
be
would
there.
obsessed.
No, I want to come to grief camp. I think it's like, it allows you to speak freely. Even just like immediately upon meeting you, I can like go in to talk about my brother. And like,
Yes.
it's like
There's
same
not
with
that
like,
awkwardness.
and I also like, there's something about normies need to be better at this. Like the normal people who don't have
Normies are not good in a lot of ways.
normies, your days are numbered. Okay, you won't be a normie for long. Okay.
Hey, you're all gonna be in our club one day.
you just wait. But normies are also like, you, when you're talking to them about it, they just have this like pity. They like feel bad for
My
you.
mom calls it the widow tale when they're like,
And you know what they say? I can't imagine. Every time. And I'm like,
okay.
I don't imagine you imagine your brother dying every day. Like,
Correct.
like I'm sure you don't.
I'm not walking around
I'm
thinking
sure
that.
you don't imagine that.
No. Good answer. Good answer. Good answer.
You're a good sister.
Yeah.
Like,
It-
but it's like there's a vibe when you're talking to somebody and they haven't
it's
experienced
the
it.
shift that's uncomfortable when, like, how we were saying, like, the only way they live is if we talk about them. But if I bring them up, then you get awkward and I'm apologizing to you for bringing up something
Yeah.
that I went through. I'm sorry.
Well, everyone's, I'm like, oh, I lost my brother. I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry for your loss. And I'm like, I don't, it's not.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like, it's nice to say. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's a formality. But like,
I like, kind of hate it.
I kind of hate it too.
Yeah, because then you end up being like, no, it's totally okay. Like, no, it's not.
It puts
you
me
also
in a
didn't kill them.
position to have to like be like, no, it's okay, or like,
Yeah.
thanks,
I'm
thanks,
Like, yeah, thanks.
thanks for consoling me that my brother died.
No,
like, it's just weird.
Yeah, it is bad.
Yeah.
No, it for sure sucks ass.
It's just
But
odd.
yeah, it just like brings the vibe down. That's like, but when you meet someone and they get it, or like even grief camp, like they say the kids experience more growth in a week than they do working with kids all year because they get it.
Yeah.
But also, like, I listen to a 9-year-old and they say something, I'm like, oh fuck, like how are you more emotionally intelligent than I am?
More emotionally intelligent than the entire dating pool of New York City. Hello. I'm always just thinking, how can we bring this back to dating?
How
Can we talk about it? But I think it's also, speaking of dating, how do you bring up grief
I was gonna
with
ask you this.
people you're dating?
It was really hard for me when I first moved to New York. Like,
Yeah.
I got so anxious before dates because I was like, I have to bring it up.
Yeah.
And like, yes, it's so much of my personality, but like what we were just saying, the idea of them being awkward.
Yeah.
It just, and I think for me too, like, I used to not even be able to say my dad's dead without actually sobbing.
Yeah.
Now I can say it. I can say like, oh, he died of cancer, but like,
Mm-hmm.
the idea of having to get into the nitty gritty, being like, oh, I was next to his bed when he took his last breath, and like my family dynamic is kind of fucked now, and like all of these things that are just
Yeah.
like strange.
Yeah.
But I used to get so anxious, and now I kind of just like say it.
Yeah.
But I think siblings come up probably more. Like, yes, you talk about your family in general, but like I'm hyper aware of how people talk about their family. So if someone's just saying like my mom, I'm like divorce or dead.
Yeah.
Like or like somehow not in their life. So like I won't push, but people aren't like they don't pick up on it. So I'm always just like my mom and my brother, and I
Yeah.
hope they just kind of like get it. But now I come out with it a little bit more.
Yeah.
But I can imagine siblings is difficult because I mean I even do it, and I know so many people who've lost siblings. I'm like, how many siblings do you have?
Yes. It is like one of the core questions. It's like a first date question where you're
Correct.
like, oh, do you have siblings?
You could be like fucking networking with someone, and they're like, oh, you have siblings. Like it's just an easy question.
Yes.
How
Yeah.
do you answer?
I am straight up now. I
Yeah.
like will get it out of the way on the first date or like even first meeting of somebody, like because I meet a lot of people, you know, outside of.
It's so annoying.
But
I'm literally shadowing you through that.
my mentee.
Oh, yeah.
But
I
I
just like prance around behind you.
no, it's like in Step Brothers where he like comes up from behind. I can help with the pan situation.
No, I am.
It's you with a notepad.
my iPhone like following me.
Can you say that again? Louder.
I'm like laugh harder.
so that's how she does it. No, I like open with it. If somebody's like, do you have siblings?
I'm
like,
better at it now.
I think I used to be really weird, and I would wait or like be really awkward and feel awkward. But like you do just like you need reps and you get better at it. And now someone will be like, oh, do you have siblings? I'm like, yeah, I have a sister. She lives in Germany, and like she has a kid. I have a nephew. Blah blah blah. And then I had a brother. He passed away 8 years ago. Like I just like go into it, and then they're usually like, oh, I'm sorry, and I'm like, blah.
Yeah.
And there's been like 1 or 2 times where like, how did he die?
I was just about to say, do they ask that?
Yeah, like how did he die? And I'm like,
Well,
usually people ask not out of curiosity, but because they also have like a trauma. So being on a date with a guy, and I like shared that, and then he also had a dead brother, and so I was like, okay, how did your brother die? Like it's like people will ask because there's like there's something that they feel connected to, like,
or sometimes they're nosy, but you can pick up on it.
You can pick up on like a sleazeball who's like just
a loser.
Have awareness that you're a loser. I think you can make changes, but losers aren't self-aware. Correct. And speak on it.
Stand with 10 toes down, my guy. That's how we
So
launch
it's all the
it.
dating segment. In between talking about our dead relatives.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
This is what they would want us to, like I said.
No, Hudson is eating this up.
Yeah, I feel like I don't know him, but meeting you, like I know him. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I feel
He's like a version of me,
his
for sure.
energy is good.
Yeah. Joyful, funny.
Hey,
Like...
my dad died too long ago to have a fucking opinion.